Hey, on today's episode, are you experiencing holiday heartburn? Well, we're going to clap for that because we're about to get rid of it. So on today's episode, we're going to help you with that holiday anxiety you're feeling.
What? You're going to help us with holiday anxiety?
There's a couple of folks out there who are a little worried about holidays with family, so...
I don't know why.
I wouldn't either. So, today, that's what we're talking about.
On Just These Guys, we got Pastor Mike on the mic.
We got Dr. Parker in the house. This is one of those times where it wouldn't be a half bad idea to live on an island. and for all those people that were like, I don't have family for holidays.
There's a 4-year cruise coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, you just got it. 4 years. I'm going to pay for a cruise for 4 years. What? I don't.
Yeah.
Rock'em Sock'em holidays coming up.
Rock'em and Sock'em.
Rock'em Sock'em. It's going to be a heck of a Thanksgiving and Christmas time.
Yep. But it doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't have to be?
Doesn't have to be.
A double negative, folks, right here.
That's right. I
Triple
know you
Lindy
love them.
backflip.
I tried to get a triple in there, but I couldn't make it happen.
Doesn't have to be not so bad.
Right. There you go. There you go. So what's a bit of advice that you're wanting to give here, Doc, for how to handle these holidays in a time where there's a lot of division? Woo.
Right, and I've been fairly surprised the number of people out there, whether it's in media or the various social media platforms, who are talking about boycotting Thanksgiving because the other family member voted for somebody else.
Yeah,
and they're willing to burn down the family out of their anger at their candidate having lost, and it's worse than, football. And my team lost. I'm not going to Thanksgiving. That doesn't make any sense. My candidate lost. I'm not going to Thanksgiving. I don't, as a psychologist, I understand it, but as a, human being, to cut yourself off from family members, to punish them, you're not that special. I don't,
right. A lot of noses being cut off.
But, those people who are self-isolating, they're eliminating the conflict at their family's Thanksgiving. So good on you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't control yourself, don't go. As my mama used to say, keep your hands to yourself.
If you ain't got nothing nice to say.
As Ryan once said, which was just amazing, that he doesn't speak so clearly all the time.
Sure.
He stood up, he was frustrated with somebody, and he just stood up and quietly walked over him and looked him right in the eye and said with the clearest dictation, "Put your hands in your pockets, bring the attitude way down, and be nice to people."
There you go.
Boom.
Right there it is.
There it is.
That's the solution.
That is exactly how you are to approach these holidays. This is not about politics. This is about taking time to be thankful for this great nation, to be thankful for your family, to be thankful God has blessed you and everyone in your life, and to honor all of that. And then Christmas is coming up, and the holiday seasons for Christmas, same thing. Where it's bigger than politics. It's bigger than family, and taking time to. That's what's so funny about it is, you'll see people with these bumper stickers that say coexist, and then they have the emblem for every major religion on the bumper sticker, but they cannot coexist with somebody of the opposite political party.
Right. Yeah.
So I have intolerance for intolerance. I have intolerance for things that I am not tolerant of. It's just odd. So focus on the fact that this is a holiday season meant to celebrate things above and beyond politics, whether your person is in the office or not in the office. And I had some tips for how to, because not all families are going to be lucky enough to have the cuckoo family member stay home.
Right.
Now, people are still going to get together. Politics is still going to, be an issue that's many families are going to have to deal with.
Yep.
And so tip number one is who's ever organizing the Thanksgiving feast, whose ever house it's going to be at, pre-warn everybody that you're coming here to have Thanksgiving and celebrate, this wonderful country. And if you can't focus on that, if you can't leave politics at the door, please stay home.
Yep.
But this is a politics-free zone. When you walk in that door, leave your politics outside. Give them fair warning of what you expect of them. Instead of telling them what not to do, tell them what to do. You're coming to my house. I want you to leave politics at the door.
Yeah, that's good.
Let us, focus on celebrating and giving thanks for a bountiful country.
Mm-hmm.
So tip number one is to pre-warn people that this is a political free zone.
Just set the expectation.
Yeah. And that's, set expectations of other people. I know you're bigger than this. I know you're better than that. Come here, be mature, see your brother and enjoy a couple of hours.
Not telling you to agree. I'm telling you to be nice.
Right. And tip number two is for the person who is going to struggle showing up at that house because they know it's going to be a difficult time for them to walk into that room. Make a plan for an exit. Decide, I'm going to go in, I'm going to say hello to everybody, I'm going to participate politely in the turkey carving, and I'm going to enjoy a little bit of pecan pie, and then I'm going to find a reason to excuse myself so that I limit the amount of time I'm in that room with people that I have to hold my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
But develop self-control at least for an hour at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Go into the house carrying your densest pillow, the thickest pillow you got. Ask where there is a closet somewhere in the house where there's a little bit of extra space. And then every now and then when you need to, go into the closet, scream into the pillow. I'm kind of being a little lighthearted, but whatever the plan is, make a plan.
The most important thing, you're going to show up to somebody's house and disrespect them.
I know.
By bringing up an argument and ruin everybody else's Thanksgiving just because you're mad.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
We're just trying to minimize.
Well, and for those, tip number three, for those sitting in the room, when somebody does that, don't engage.
Yep.
Don't engage.
That's perfect.
Ignore them. They're going to throw out little comments. They're going to throw out little digs. They're going to bait you to say something. Just ignore them.
Yep.
They say that, hey, you pass the mashed potatoes, please. Just ignore it.
That's the whole misery loves company, and so you just don't want to.
Right.
You don't want to step into that invitation.
Don't give them the satisfaction.
Sure.
These are don'ts.
And do it with a smile on your face.
Just smile and say, hey, can you pass the...
Well,
and you can even say something. It's a little verbal kung fu, but it's agreeing in principle. It's agreeing in the general. It's a way to take their topic and move it off the table with a simple sleight of hand. That whatever they say, just say, it's possible. I have to think about that. Can you pass me the mashed potatoes, please? Which then can lead you to tip number 4, which is changing the subject. So they bring up a topic, and when they get done baiting you, say, it's possible. I have to think about that. Hey, did anybody catch the Steeler game last week? Man, that team is crazy. They don't even need to score touchdowns to win games. Look at them go. So change the subject. Get everybody else on board with you talking about a new subject and move away from the controversial topic that the person is trying to bring up. See how that works?
It's beautiful.
Verbal kung fu.
It's a planned path.
And then if all else fails, just be very polite, very firm, look them in the eye and say, we're here for Thanksgiving. We're not talking politics today. And then move back to the original topic, continue eating.
Yep.
just tell them directly. So you pre-warn them before you come over here. We're not talking politics. They try to instigate a couple of things. You ignore it. You shift the topic off their topic to a new topic. But if they still keep it up, then just tell them directly. We're not talking politics here today.
Yep. Well, and again,
then you become a broken record.
Yep. Going back to your whole whoever is hosting is really taking on the role, kind of like in Rock'em Sock'em, which we don't have in here, but there's usually a referee.
A referee.
There's a referee who's keeping the fight fair, who's protecting the environment, protecting each side really,
sure,
by keeping them at times separated and making sure that things are going the way they're supposed to be going. That's really the responsibility of whoever it is that's hosting Thanksgiving this year. So if that's you, if it just happens to be falling at your place this year, congratulations. But it's all good. But it's critical to set that expectation.
Sure, and don't be doing stuff like putting anti-Krabby Pat cake down at the kids' table.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
All the adults at the big table, and the one that's going to start something, you put her in the kitchen at the kids' card table.
Yeah, right. Poor kids. Hey, have do things like put some cheerful music on.
Yeah.
Put a funny show on the TV. Just set the environment and expect that it's going to go well.
Yeah.
Don't go into it expecting that it's not going to go well. Go into it expecting this is going to be great.
Plan for success.
This is going to be one of the best. And then again, you cannot have a Rock'em Sock'em going on if your hands are in your pocket, if you calm down and you be nice. That's where it's at.
That's where it's at.
Thank you, Ryan Parker. That's awesome.
Great advice, Ryan.
I love it. I love it.
Best son ever.
Heck yeah. Good to go.
Good to go.
Awesome. This is going to be a great holiday season.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Just These Guys,
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Dr. Parker.
We will catch you guys next week.
Have an awesome week.